Entertainment. I hope you're all having a great day. And today, I'm going to talk about probably my favorite RPG series now, and that's Xenoblade. Xenoblade. Some people say Xenoblade. I say Xenoblade. Doesn't matter. What matters is the quality of the games. And Xenoblade Chronicles 1, X, and 2, to me, are 3 of the 10 best RPGs I've ever played. The second one is my favorite RPG of all time. I love the second Xenoblade because of Rex, Pyra, Nia, Jen, Gramps, Malos. I could just keep going on, Morag, Bridget, and I just love that game so much. There are so many memorable moments that I still treasure. And now that I'm playing through the Definitive Edition on the Switch, I remember loving the original Xenoblade. And I love this Definitive Edition. I haven't started on Prequel. I haven't started on that, but I'll get to it. Because I just love the Xenoblade series. And I had the Collector's Edition of X, Xenoblade Chronicles X, but when I went homeless, I had to sell it. And I got the Special Edition of Xenoblade 2. But because of some money problems, I couldn't get the Special Edition of Xenoblade Definitive Edition. Somebody bought it, the digital version for me, which thank you very much, because I haven't been able to hardly get me anything as of late. And I understand, but I didn't even get my stimulus check yet. I love it. And Monolith Soft Studios are the developers of this amazing series. And for those of you who don't know, Monolith were like the backbone of the golden age of Square. They were the ones who did Final Fantasy 5 through 9. They did the Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, Secret of Mana games, Trials of Mana in them. So they got their pedigree, that's for sure. They left Square when they couldn't do darker stories and stuff. I think it was Xenosaga. And they formed their own studio and left them, and then they worked for Namco Bandai for a little while. And then Nintendo bought them out by 2010. And they're probably the best Nintendo first-party studio that Nintendo owns outside of Nintendo EAD. They help with Animal Crossing. They help with Splatoon 2. They help with Breath of the Wild. I mean, this is a studio that knows what they're doing. They are incredible. And, they put so much love and care. I mean, Xenoblade 1 has probably one of the most remembered characters of all time in an RPG, Shulk. Shulk is amazing. Almost up there with Cloud. That's how famous Shulk is. And he got to be in Smash Brothers, so trust me, that is a big accomplishment. The stories on Xenoblade usually revolve around Titans, and you live on them, and boy, when they mean Titans, they mean Titans. On X now, it was actually on a planet. That was a little bit of a different, but, it's kind of an off story of the Xenoblade series. I loved it, though. I mean, I loved the maps. I loved how big the world was. It was absolutely huge. The art style, I love how gorgeous and original the art style in Xenoblade looks. You cannot mistake it for another game. There's just, the first one had gorgeous artwork. X had gorgeous artwork, and 2 probably has my favorite artwork of any video game ever. I love the artwork in 2. The gameplay is so great. This is something that some RPGs, especially Western RPGs, get wrong. They get the story and characters right, but they don't nail the gameplay. Xenoblade balances it with incredible gameplay that has a story and characters that just put icing on the cake. It's kind of like an MMO RPG mixed in with console. UI is more MMO RPG, that's what I'm trying to say, and the action is more delivered in a console way. So that's what was so innovative about it. And the first Xenoblade, when it came out in 2010, more RPGs, especially JRPGs, were becoming more constrained, linear. And here comes Monolith Soft saying, hey, wait a minute, remember the good old days of RPGs? And they made what is considered one of the best RPGs of all time with Xenoblade 1. And it was part of Project Rainfall. A lot of people say, helped it come over here. Some people say Nintendo of Europe really pushed for it, so we don't know on that, but the fact is it came over here and it was a big hit. Xenoblade 2 is at almost 2 million copies sold. Torna, the Golden Country is one of the best DLCs I've ever played. You need to play the Xenoblade series. A lot of Japanese gamers, it does well in Japan, but not like it should. I think some people are still sour over Soft leaving Square Enix. So I think that keeps some people from trying the games, which I think is really sad because they are just incredible. So I'm just gonna give like my favorite overall character, my favorite overall music and game. First off, my favorite overall character in the Xenoblade series is Nia. I've never seen a character that had so much depth and just kept peeling off layer after layer. A tragic backstory, but she had good comedic timing and was a great, great companion. It's amazing. She really... Jen would be third. Second is Pyra. Pyra's a mother. I love Pyra. Jen is third. He's probably one of the best. He's like Anakin Skywalker. That's all I'm going to say. Art style. Probably the second one, too. Music. That's a tough one. I think I'm just going to tie all three because all three soundtracks are gold. And finally, game. Xenoblade 2 is still my favorite, but just by a little. The first one is very close, and X is up there too. I love X, but it is the black sheep of the family, but that's saying a lot. So you really owe it to yourself to try Xenoblade. Seriously, you are missing out on incredible characters, gameplay, stories, and people are, I know some people are like, oh, look, the Japanese anime aesthetic. Who cares? Play the games and you'll forget all about it. Peace out, everyone.